So first of all, let me introduce our speakers today. We have our distinguished speakers from Elsevier, which is Yoshiko Kakita. She is the Senior Director of Scopus Product Management that based in Tokyo, Japan. As a strategic and result-oriented leader, she is committed to shaping Scopus to meet the evolving needs of the scientific community. So with over 18 years of experience with Scopus spanning both sales and product roles, her unwavering passion lies in contributing to making the world a better place through helping researchers and research institutes globally. Her most recent project is Scopus AI, and a new offering aimed at bringing generative AI capabilities specifically for research that the research community can trust. So Yoshiko has a Master's of Art degrees in history from the University of Houston's Clear Lake and withdrew his ABD status as a PhD candidate in history at Boston College in the United States. So without further ado, let me pass the floor to Yoshiko for her to deliver the webinar on Scopus AI today. Over to you.
Thank you, Benny. I cannot open my video. Can you change the status for me?
Yep, sure.
Thank you.
Can you try now, Yoshiko?
Yeah. Yes. Hello, everyone. Sorry for the delay and welcome to this webinar. And I am very honored to have this opportunity to talk about Scopus AI with you today. So let me share my screen. Not sure. Benny, can you confirm if you can see my screen or not? I don't see myself. Benny, can you confirm?
Yep.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see your video, but I cannot see your screen, Yoshiko. Maybe when you can click share and share the PPT if you have.
Yeah, I did that. But okay. How about now?
I only see your screen still. Only the screen, the Zoom screen.
Okay.
Okay. Now yes.
How about now?
Yes. You can turn it
Okay.
into the presenter mode. Yeah. Can see now.
Okay, okay, let's see if this work. All right, I'm sorry about this. Let's get started. So this is the agenda for us today. So I will start with the value proposition of Scopus AI. Then I will share some users actual use cases. Then I will do a quick demo so that you can actually see what Scopus AI can offer today. Then I will also share some main reasons why the existing Scopus AI customers have decided to adopt Scopus AI for their institutions like universities. Then I will also share some of the common questions. Then I will finish with what's next. I will also make sure to have some time so that I can receive your questions. All right. So what is Scopus AI? Scopus AI is a generative AI tool and specifically designed to support research. So this product combines high quality Scopus content and very advanced technologies. So this is Scopus AI. And the value proposition is to help researchers and especially early career researchers learn about new research topics quickly. So ever since we started to build Scopus AI, this has been our value proposition.
Sorry, Yoshiko, can you get into presenter mode?
I am doing that, but
It's
Okay.
still not in presenter mode.
No?
No,
In
can
that
see your slide, but it's
case,
not in presenter mode.
I see. Okay. Mm,
Yep,
okay. How about now? In the
yep, all good
present.
now. Thank you,
Okay.
Yoshiko.
Oh, terribly sorry about this. All right, there's all the technical issues. Sorry about this. So again, we released the alpha version, the first version of Scopus AI in August last year. Then we evolved the product quickly. Then the beginning of this year, we commercially and officially launched Scopus AI. But even before our commercial launch, we actually already had the first customer. So one customer already signed the contract with us in December last year. So Scopus AI is a separate offering on top of Scopus.com. So it's almost like an add-on to Scopus.com. Then after our commercial release, we spend a lot of time and energy to improve the quality of the product and also to increase the transparency, how the product works, so that our users can see how Scopus AI generate responses. Because we really want to earn trust from the community like yourselves, and we understood that the high quality and high transparency are the two areas especially important for us to be able to earn trust from you. So that's why we spend almost like a half a year to really focus on these two areas. And after that, we released the major feature. We call it Copilot. This is the interpretation layer we put on Scopus AI. By the way, this is this has nothing to do with the Microsoft Copilot. This is our independent technology we built in-house. With this technology, we can better interpret the user queries, the intent of the user query, and we can also handle non-English user queries and also provide more transparency. Then, very recently, just a few weeks ago, we released the latest feature. We call it the emerging themes. We believe this is a groundbreaking feature with our product. You will see those features when I do the demo. And now we started with the first customer, and then very quickly, already now, we have customers around the world, many customers around the world. And this is important for us because with the increasing customer base, we now have even more customer feedbacks and user feedback so that we can evolve our product very quickly and in a way useful for our users. And actually, as we hear from our users are already using Scopus AI for various purposes. Many people come to Scopus AI to find references when they write a thesis or manuscript. And the second use case is getting familiar with the new research topic. This is exactly the value proposition we have in mind. And many experienced researchers also find Scopus AI useful for them to deepen and widen their understanding of a research topic. Even when a researcher is an expert of a research topic, still there are different ways to look at the research topic, right? So Scopus AI is helping them to do that. And another use case we learn is to better articulate a research hypothesis or research idea. We believe this use case is especially valuable if we can serve in a better way. So this was why we built a new feature, the emerging themes. So, because identifying a new research theme is a critical step in the research, as you know, but many people find it hard and time consuming. We did a small survey with our Scopus users, and we learned that almost half of the users or researchers and students we surveyed say that they need to identify new research topics multiple times a month and even weekly. So initially we thought, it's not that frequent use case, but actually in reality, many researchers and students wants to come up with a new research topic very frequently. So it's a very frequent use case. And also, 30% of the people we surveyed say that they find it difficult or very difficult to identify trending topics. So identifying trend in the research topic they are interested in is important, but many people find it difficult. And emerging theme is our solution. It's still in the beta phase. And just like any other feature we are developing, we did a lot of user tests. So we show the new feature with some users and then get their feedback. And for this new feature, we received exceptionally positive feedback, and many people were so excited about it, and then it suggested us to release it and make it available to Scopus AI users as quickly as possible. So that was why, even though it is still in the beta phase, we have decided to bring it to our users already now. So this feature is already available all the users if your institutions have a Scopus AI subscription. So with that, I think it's the best way to understand, to show you the value of a Scopus AI must be a demo. So I'm going to do that. So here is a scenario I prepared for today. So let's say I am a researcher and I am interested in soil ecology, especially in the context of agriculture, because I am keen on food security. And I want to see if there is an interesting aspect that I can explore further, so that I can make it as my as the theme for my next research project. Because this area is really multidisciplinary, there are different angles to look at this research area. So I'm keen to identify interesting aspects for my next research topic. This is what I'm interested in. So let me move to Scopus AI now. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Okay, Benny, can you confirm if you can see Scopus screen? Oh, Benny, can you confirm? Hmm? Hello? Am I audible?
Yoshiko, I only see your screen, but I don't see your Scopus. But yes, now I can see. Yeah, can see
You can
Scopus
see it?
now. Yeah,
Okay, great.
yeah.
All right. Again, I'm interested in the soil ecology in the context of agriculture, and I'm keen on understanding a food security aspect. So, so one thing I would like to share is that the Scopus AI will not replace Scopus.com, traditional Scopus.com. The combination of a Scopus.com and Scopus AI, we believe is very powerful. And both search engines serve different purposes. With Scopus.com, traditional one, that the one you see, if you have a clear idea what you are looking for, Scopus.com remains the best place to start your search. So in this case, I'm looking for a specific publication, like the latest publication in my research, then I should come to Scopus.com. But in this case, in this scenario, I'm interested in identifying, different aspects and looking at my research area from different angles. So if I want to do this with a traditional Scopus.com, let's say I put soil ecology and food security as my keyword, then do the search, right? Then what Scopus.com does, as you know, is that identify the list of publications that includes those keywords. And I am also particularly interested in the agriculture, so I can limit to agriculture area. But still, I have 15 publications identified. It's not too many, But in order to grasp, in order to what I'm interested to do, then what I need to do is to maybe read the abstract of each publication, and then go to the full text, and then read all the publications that might be interesting for me, then digest in my brain and see what aspect can be interesting for me. So this is the usual work I need to do if I'm interested in doing that. So while Scopus.com remain useful for other use cases, but for the use case I'm interested in at the moment, doesn't really work. It really time consuming. So I'm gonna try Scopus AI. So there is a different separate tab still on Scopus.com, but I come to Scopus AI. Then what I'm interested in is that let me okay, maybe I should copy, then ask about this. So I am interested in soil ecology, especially in the context of agriculture, as I'm keen on food security. It's a statement, but the Scopus AI accept natural language query, so I can start in any way, like this one. Then I do the search. So what Scopus AI does is to just take a look at your user query and provide the responses and information we think you might be interested in. Scopus AI provides two versions of summaries, and both summary support different needs. The first one is a basic summary. So I'm interested in soil ecology and food security in the context of agriculture. So this is the overview that the Scopus AI provide. So for example, impact of agriculture in the soil health and climate change and soil health and sustainable practices and soil biodiversity and policy and research. And those things are included in this basic summary. And this is a way to provide a high level overview of a topic I'm interested in. But I'm a researcher in this area, so I know all of this, but still good to see how Scopus AI provide the responses. What is most important is that look at each publication that are used to generate this response. So all the statements you see on Scopus AI is grounded in the Scopus content. And we always strongly recommend you to check and validate all the references used to generate the responses you see here. So in this case, if I click each number, then I can see which reference was used. So in this case, this publication was used. And of course, I can also take a look at all the references used to generate this summary. So this is the list of publications identified by Scopus AI. And from here, of course, you can also go to the actual Scopus.com record page, then see and go from here to the full text PDF. That's also a very easy user journey. And or you can also export all the publications, here to the file like Excel file or other format, or you can also bring them to a reference manager like Mendeley or RefWork or EndNote. And you can even go to Scival to analyze further about this list of publications. And those publications are most relevant publications to your query. It's not based on citation or which journal this publication was published. It's really about the relevancy of the publication to your query. That's how we identify the most relevant publications. And if you are more interested in the influential paper, then you can look at the foundational documents. Here we show two foundational documents, but if there are more, then you can take a look at the list over here. And these are the documents cited by two or more of the references used to create this summary. Because multiple publications cite those publications, that means those foundational documents are influential in the area you are interested in. Then, as I am a researcher in in this topic, I am also interested in looking at another version of a summary. As I said, Scopus AI provides two versions of summary. One is a basic one, which is very high level and concise. And if you are less familiar with the research topic, the basic one is a good place to go. But as I am a researcher in this topic, I want to see in depth of the topic. So expanded summary serve me better. And by the way, expanded summary is not just a longer version of our basic summary. We actually use a different technology on the back end to generate each summary. So for the basic summary, we use Copilot. I mentioned that a little bit earlier. So Copilot provide you transparency like this one. What it does is that it looks at my user query, my query here, and then refine my query into a good natural language search. So in this case, what are the key factors influencing soil ecology in the context of agriculture and their impacts on food security? So this is the, Copilot feature refine my query into a better one, and just taking into account your intent. And another thing Copilot does is to break down my query into keywords. So you can see a Boolean query here. And many people struggle with coming up with the good keywords, and Copilot can do that. So what it does is to combine this semantic search of a natural language query and the specific keyword search, and then identify the most relevant publications in this way. So this is for the basic search. And then for the expanded summary, we use a different technology. We call it RAG Fusion. It's another way to bring multiple aspects into the summary. It's a totally different technology we have developed in-house. So what it does, or what it shows now, is that the key factors influencing soil ecology, so it breaks down into details and impact of the soil ecology on the food security, and also break down into small details and current challenges, as well as potential solutions to the challenges, and then conclusion. Again, all the statements here are granted in the Scopus content, so you can take a look which publication was used to generate the statement here. This is also very important. By the way, if we want to cite any of the information here, you are not gonna cite Scopus AI's summary. Summary is a summary of the publications. So to cite any information here in your publication or manuscript or thesis, you will always cite the actual publication and here. Then I am also interested in understanding my research area in a visual way. This is also handy when I explain my research area to other researchers. So visual representation make it very easy for people to understand, or bird eye view of the understanding, right? And this visual is also clickable. So let's see. So starting with the soil ecology, and there are 4 areas, subcategories, and I am especially interested in soil biodiversity. In this case, I can click on the node. Then what it does is that it shows the relationship between soil ecology and biodiversity and soil biodiversity in this way. So this is another way to understand the research topic from a different angles. So this is helpful for me as well. And I can also identify the topic experts who are active in this area as well, and I can go deeper into the follow-up questions as well. What Scopus AI does is that it always provides 3 follow-up questions, and it's one question is to take you deeper into the topic, And another question, follow-up question, is to make you step back a little bit and provide you a higher level overview or higher level question. And another question is really about providing you another angle to look at your research topic. And by the way, just going back my scenario, I'm especially keen on identifying my research theme for the next project, right? So then emerging themes can help me doing that. So still, I'm Scopus AI is looking at my initial research query about soil ecology, and then the impact on the food security in the context of agriculture. So emerging themes can do two major things. One is to identify the trending topics. So all those things that you see here are trending topics. And the trends are categorized into three types: consistent, rising, and novel. Novel, basically new. So another thing emerging themes does, on top of the identifying trending topics, is to offer you hypotheses, potential research hypotheses. So for example, the first trending topic is this one: soil microbiome and then agricultural sustainability. This is labeled or categorized as consistent theme. So let's take a look. What it does is that the Scopus AI look at the 2-year window. So the year one is the past 12 month, year one. And then the year two is the year prior to that. In this case, year one, there are 33 documents, and then the year two, 18 documents. It's only looking at the 2-year window, but many people find it already very valuable. So in this case, it's consistent because there are consistent volume of applications are published in 2 years. So that's why this is a consistent area, consistent thing. And it also provides the potential hypothesis to stimulate your thinking. So this is very valuable for many researchers. And let's see, there are 3 consistent themes identified by Scopus AI. And here is the rising themes. So climate resilience agricultural practice is identified as a rising theme. Let's take a look. So in this case, year one has 12 documents, and then year two had 6 documents. So the volume of publication is increasing. And I forgot to mention, but all the identified documents are shown here. And so you can actually identify and take a look all the publications identified for this research themes for you to understand deeply about this research theme as well. And again, two hypotheses are provided to stimulate your thinking. Then, there is no novel for this example, but if Scopus AI identify a novel theme, it's also identified and shown here. So what is important and what many researchers and students find valuable are especially those two things. So research trend, what trend each theme has, and then the hypothesis for each theme. And by the way, so trend has 3 types. There is no good and bad. It's just a different things. So consistent means that it's there is a consistent volume of publications in this topic. So that might mean that this is an important area for many people. So it's very stable, maybe low risk for me to put my energy. Anyway, this is an important area for many people. So worth spending my time. And rising theme is an interesting one because it's possible. We still need to check, but it's possible that the funding bodies started to allocate more research funds in this area. So if I wanna, search for trending topic, maybe rising theme might be interesting for me to explore. And novel is also interesting area. Novel theme is an area that is still very small. Maybe the number of publication is maybe 1, 0, even less than 10. But it's a new area, so it's underserved area. So if I'm looking for a research gap and do something very new, then a novel theme might be interesting for me to explore further. So there is no good and bad. It's just it helps me make the decision which direction I will go strategically. Then I want to go back to my presentation. So let me stop sharing and then go back to my presentation. Let's see. All right. Okay, I believe you see my presentation now in the presentation mode. So switching gear a little bit, I just show a demo of Scopus AI. I invited you to think about, how Scopus AI can potentially be helpful for you. I hope you did see some potential for yourself. So why our existing Scopus AI customers have decided to adopt Scopus AI? And one interesting thing I would like to share with you is that adopting Scopus AI as an institution tend to be a strategic decision, and that involved multiple stakeholders. In the case of Scopus.com, traditional one, in many cases, the library is the only stakeholder, and then library make a decision whether to adopt Scopus.com. But in the case of Scopus AI, multiple stakeholders are involved in the decision making. Yeah, because the generative AI is such a hot topic in the world, so this is not a surprise. But we can also see that from our existing customers. So libraries still play an important role, a central role in almost all the cases. But interesting to mention that other stakeholders like research office or institutional leadership, like president of the university or vice president of research, those people and also faculties are very often involved in the decision making. And here I'm sharing some common reasons why our customers have chosen Scopus AI over other generative AI tools. So for librarians, trust is the most important aspect because librarians want to identify the reliable generative AI tool, and then they think and in many cases they do comparisons in details, and then they came to a conclusion that okay, Scopus AI is the most reliable tool, so they decided to adopt Scopus AI. And what about faculty members and students? For them, productivity gain by using Scopus AI is really significant. So we continuously hear very positive feedback from students, graduate students, faculty, researchers at all career stage. So we are very confident that the productivity gain is really important. I hope that my demo could give you some insight around that. And then for the institutional leaders like president or vice president of research in the university, AI literacy as a competitive edge is an important aspect because they think that the increasing AI literacy as an critical competitive edge to increase the university's competitiveness. They also see an opportunity to close the gap against top university. So ambitious university and also actually ambitious researchers have this strategic mindset to see AI literacy as a competitive edge. This is an important one, I believe, because if you imagine if you have Scopus AI going forward to do your research, and if you don't have that such tool to do your research going forward, what would be the difference in a year or in 3 years? This is an important thing to be aware of. I share some customer voice here. Researchers and students, they say Scopus AI is my new starting point, or some people say Scopus AI is the future of how we work as researchers. And also librarians give us a good testimonial as well. So for example, a librarian from Australia say that, as a librarian, they want to guide our users toward tools and sources that they know they can trust. And another librarian from South Korea also says that Scopus AI to be a remarkable asset in the research landscape. Okay, then next section is really about the common question because we have been engaging with so many customers already. So we have common questions we know already. So first one, how does Scopus AI ensure quality and reliability? And our answer is this. We really approach this in a holistic way. So we start with curated high quality Scopus content. The use of Scopus content is really foundational. And then we combine that with multiple advanced technologies like RAG Fusion and Copilot and all of that. And another thing I haven't really talked about is the evaluation. So we have a robust evaluation system in place. So there is a systematic one to check the quality of the responses and also check the biases and especially harmful biases, and human oversight is also there. And responsible AI aspect and data privacy are the important ones. So I'm going to talk about in the following slide. So next question is actually, is Scopus AI built responsibly? Yes, yes, we do that. We champion responsible AI. A few years ago, Elsevier already published 5 responsible AI principles, and which are published publicly. So you can also take a look. And Scopus AI is complied with all the responsible AI principle here. And what about data privacy? This is another important question I would like to address. So Scopus AI uses OpenAI's large language model at the moment, ChatGPT. At the moment, we use GPT-4o, and we host it in the Microsoft Azure's private environment only for Elsevier. And so any user queries or prompt you input with the Scopus AI will not be used to train any LLM. It stays there. No, it will not be used to train LLM. This is very important. And by the way, Scopus content itself is not used to train LLM either, because the approach we are taking here is really RAG plus LLM. So RAG, so retrieval augmented generation. So we first identify the most relevant publications, then apply LLM to generate the responses. We take this approach, which is now the standard in the industry. And what content does Scopus AI use? Well, we use Scopus content, which is high quality and curated, and also vetted by an independent group of researchers, like this photo. And one thing I would like to highlight here is that, well, we are Elsevier, but Scopus AI or Scopus content is not limited to Elsevier journals. So Scopus content is publisher neutral and agnostic. So yeah, Elsevier is just one of the 7,000 publishers we are covering. So high quality content is what we use. An important question is this hallucination. So does Scopus AI eliminate hallucinations? Well, as far as we are aware, there is no generative AI tool out there, including Scopus AI, that are completely free from hallucinations. So here at Elsevier for Scopus AI, we take multiple steps and actions to reduce the risk of hallucinations as much as possible. So at the moment, based on our test, the risk of hallucinations with Scopus AI is less than 1%, very small, but still possible. So that's why we strongly suggest our users to check and validate which publications are used to generate responses. That is very, very important. So here are some examples what actions we are taking to reduce the risk of hallucinations. So number one, we ground our responses in the Scopus content. And by the way, Scopus content is updated daily. Almost 12,000 publications are added to Scopus content daily. It's really large volume, but good thing is that the Scopus content is updated every day. And on the back end, we used advanced prompt engineering technique to guardrail LLM, how LLM behaves. So this is very important, especially to avoid biases. And also we use advanced technology like Copilot or RAG Fusion. They are also helpful to reduce the risk of hallucinations. And also, as I mentioned, evaluation, robust evaluation system. So frequent, regular, consistent, systematic evaluation in house is one thing, and we have also human oversight is another thing, and we also have the very clear community feedback loop on the Scopus AI interface as well. Everything combined, we are trying to reduce the hallucinations as much as possible. And I would say we are quite successful compared with other generative AI tools out there. And I'm going to finish with the what's next. Well, Scopus AI will keep evolving very, very fast. And those are some of the things in the planning. So conversation follow-up and conversation history are the ones we will release very soon. So we are planning to release conversation follow-up within this year, hopefully, if not early next year. So it's already in the building. Then we will also release conversation history because many people now say that they want to go back to the conversation they had earlier. So it will come very soon, early next year. And another aspect we are exploring now is to provide you more control. So many of our users say they want to have more control how the responses are generated. So for example, like a filtering capabilities based on year or country or citations or site score, those things will come next year and more. Yeah, with that, I finished my presentation. I hope it was useful. And Benny, if there's any questions, then ready to answer.
Thank you, Yoshiko, for your presentation. So now has came to the end of the webinar, but we are open up for Q&A. So we have a few questions from the floor, and should you have any question, please feel free to type in Q&A, and we will answer it accordingly. So the first question, what is the difference between Scopus AI and STIT? I think this will be um, heading towards like, what is the difference between Scopus and Scopus AI?
Scopus and Scopus AI. Yes, Scopus is it's still good to to search for specific purposes. So as I said, if I'm looking for a latest publication in the research area, or if I'm actually many users come to scopus.com to identify a specific publication so that they can reach to a full text, for example. So if you have specific ideas, what you are looking for, then, or another thing, what is important is that if you need reproducibility, then scopus.com is a better place for you to do your search, because Scopus AI is more like exploration tool. And because we use LLM, which is probabilistic, right? So every time you come, if you use different query, then even if the query are more or less the same, then but still Scopus AI may produce different answer. Because another reason why is that, as I said, Scopus content is updated daily. So there is a high chance that you see different answer every time you come. So if you really need to have this reproducibility, then scopus.com is still a best place for you. But if you want to understand the research topic, or if you want to bounce your ideas for the next research topic with an emerging theme like that, then Scopus AI is a better place for you. So, just have your, depending on your purpose, then you can choose which one to use.
Thank you, Yoshiko. And the
Thank you.
next question, He said that if he liked the statement in the summary, can he use it and he will cite the original article? Would this be allowable?
Yes, you can copy from scopus.com, but depending on the purpose of your, of using summary there, we do not um, encourage you to copy paste for your coursework or for your manuscript and all of that. It's for you to just, think for yourself. So don't copy paste for your manuscript, for your, coursework. But, you know, so yeah, that is my answer. Oh, and also it's very important to follow the guideline of your funding body or your university. So I don't know your case, but many funding bodies or universities or research institutes now have a clear guidance how to use generative AI tools. So it's really important to follow the guideline there. Yeah.
Thank you, Yoshiko. So there are a few questions asking on Scopus AI. Is it free for sign up? Possibly, I think I can answer this. Scopus AI is a top-up module that required the institutions to discuss with Elsevier's team to see if they would like to adopt the top-up module. For right now, the trial is open up for 2 weeks, start from yesterday, and it will be end on the second. Second is the last day, 2nd December. And from the 3rd December onward, you will not be able to use it already. So right now, we are open up for free trial for 2 weeks. Thank you
Yeah.
for the explanation. And I would like to know if there is a way for us to save our searching progress as Scopus for future reference.
Search query, saves query, right?
Yeah, he would like
Yeah,
to know if there is a way for him to save the searching progress for future reference.
yeah, it will come very soon. Not at the moment, but it's we are already developing the feature, so it will come very soon.
Okay. So if we copy from Scopus AI suggestion information to our writing, would it be detectable by AI detectors such as zerogpt.com?
I'm wondering why this question, but yeah, this is the area. I don't know. I never used this zerogpt.com, so I don't know, to be honest. But what I know is that this is a hot topic for our community as a whole, and a lot of efforts are being made to detect and avoid just malpractices, right? So yeah. So I don't know, but other of efforts are being made. So don't just copy paste for the purposes that is not allowed.
Thank you, Yoshiko. Can the data that he searched be saved in the Scopus?
Can the data I search be saved in the Scopus? So we have a data privacy policy, and we store your query for the bug fixing, or when you encounter an error, or for the product development for the specific time, short time of the period, but in an anonymous way. We cannot identify who did this search, but just have this data for the product improvement, and also when the user encounter the problems or errors on the product. So yes, but in the way in comply with our data privacy policy, which is the same with all the Elsevier products, including Scopus or ScienceRect.
Thanks, Yoshiko. And there is one question to ask on, can she get the APA citation of an article from Scopus AI?
APA, let's see if that is available there. Okay. So, yeah, you can. I don't know, but you can bring it to a reference manager like a Mendeley, Refork, and then an EndNote. I believe you can you can choose APA from there.
Okay. Would there be any future plan to upgrade more on Scopus AI?
Yeah, definitely. We are developing Scopus AI continuously, very fast. So, like almost every day or every week, we are improving here and there, and also, come up with the new features as well. So, yeah, yes.
Okay. Can Scopus AI help with citation analysis?
Citation analysis, no. Citation analysis is not what Scopus AI serves. No. Yeah, citation analysis is done by Scopus.com. That is another different use case each product serves.
Okay, I think this is another interesting question. She is asking, are there any Scopus guidelines to evaluate the credibility of AI generated content in academic works?
Which questions you're looking at? Are there any Scopus guidelines to evaluate
Yeah.
Scopus guideline to evaluate the credibility of a generative content? No guideline to, I don't know, what's the, I think I need to understand this question better. Guideline to identify the credibility of AI-generated content. What does it mean? So we believe that if I talk about the credibility of a Scopus AI, that the responses are generated by Scopus AI. So we use Scopus content, and then responses are granted in the Scopus content, and from that perspective, it's credible. But as I mentioned, no generative AI tools are completely free from hallucination. So it's really important for you to check and validate each, all the references used to generate any responses. But it's not about the guideline, but that's how it works on Scopus AI. Does it answer the question, Benny? I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is about how she wanted to know.
Okay.
Yeah. Due to the time constraint, I probably need to select a few more. Then we will be done with the sessions. So, do we need to use search string when we do searching process in Scopus AI?
No, you can use natural language query. You can depending on the language you use, you can also ask in your own language potentially. Like in my case, I'm Japanese, so I use Scopus AI in Japanese as well. So yeah, it can be a statement, it can be a question. Yeah, you don't need to worry about creating a good search string to get started. That's one of the major way to lower the barrier to start the discovery, especially if you are not familiar with the research topic you are interested in. So if you're early career researcher, or even if you're a researcher, but I'm interested in the adjacent area or new topic because I'm collaborating with another researcher from a different research topic, then I want to understand the person's research topic quickly. All these cases, it's very hard to come up with the proper keyword on keyword string, right? But then with Scopus AI, you can start with your own language in a natural language way. So that is, one of the major benefit of using Scopus AI.
Thank you, Yoshiko. So one last question for you. What are the languages supported by Scopus AI except English?
Yeah, at the moment, I believe we support like 80 languages. Including like like a major ones like Chinese, both simplified and the traditional, and Japanese, Korean, and French, and Spanish, and yeah, those languages are supported.
Thank you, Yoshiko. So I think we have came to the end of this webinar. So let me wrap up a bit before we officially ended this webinar. First of all, this recording has been recorded, and please feel free to approach your respective librarian, and the librarian will deal with us for the recording as well as the slides. Number two, the trial has been activated for 2 weeks. So just make sure you get into Easy Proxy, sign in through your Unity Easy Proxy, and eventually the Scopus AI will be made available for your use, right? And I think that's all. Should there be any more questions, please feel free to approach your respective librarian, and they will then be circulate the recording as well as the slide for your future reference. So again, thank you very much for Yoshiko willing to spend time with us for this 1 hour to deliver this meaningful webinar that using Scopus AI in research. And thank you so much. And also thank you for the respective attendees that spending time with us this morning. So I hope you can make full use of the trial that lasted for 2 weeks in Malaysia, right? And thank you very much. Have a good day,
Yeah, thank
everyone.
you. Thank you very much. Please try to use Scopus AI and then give us feedback. We are really trying hard to make Scopus AI useful for you. So thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.